Yes, hello, happy Saturday. Welcome to Crafters TV. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is George Akid and I'm back with you today. Yes, I was here yesterday, not just for Saturdays. No, a George is for life. Here I am. Loads coming up for you today on Crafters TV. Don't forget, on 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast, it is Make It Saturday. We've got loads in that show. Loads to give away, loads of prizes, and we've got a craft clinic all about stencils. But before that, we've got our wonderful craft salon to get you settled in this fine Saturday, wherever you are, this Easter Saturday. Happy Easter, by the way, if you are celebrating. The wonderful Lily is back. She's finished skiving. She's got here on time because she can't tell the time, apparently. You were just saying before the air, you can't tell the time, can you?
No, I was saying poor old Jamie and Aria can't tell the time. Don't worry, I can tell the time, but Jamie and Aria, different story with that one. Anyway, before we get too far off track, this is what we'll be creating as part of today's craft along, using those beautiful back in stock with Sympathy stamps alongside that gorgeous heritage floral. I wish you guys could feel this through the screen. It's absolutely beautifully soft with our flocked paper pad. That's going to be our craft along today, creating our dome card. So hopefully some of you will be crafting along. If not, watch now, craft along at a later date. It's totally up to you. But hopefully you will be joining us on this Saturday afternoon. I'm all of a tizzy of the days. I don't know what day of the week is. It's Saturday. Is it Saturday? Is it Friday? Is it Sunday? Who knows? But we're here for Make It Saturday, so it must be Saturday.
It is Saturday. God, Jimmy. Are you all right?
Thanks.
You had a week off. Look at you.
A week off. I've had all of one day off. And I was watching.
I know you were.
Always watching.
What? All right.
I did.
No, Lily did comment
comment
last week. She did comment, Nicola and Jamie. She did comment last week on the show.
I did.
We didn't read it out. We didn't care. So it is craft along, and like we say, it is Easter. So if you are celebrating, happy Easter. But as a little treat from us to you, there's an extra 10% off on the website. Easter 10 is the discount code that you can put in your baskets when you're checking out, and you'll get an extra 10% off some fantastic goodies online. Just try it, because you'll never know what it could get 10% off. Everything. Even new launches. Shh. Right. The wonderful Jan is on the socials this morning. Loads of you getting this morning. Hello to each and every single one of you. Lois, good morning everyone from Ohio. Regina Boyd, good morning from Buffalo, New York. The wonderful Susan, good morning from Delaware. And happy Easter to all. So, Lily, what are we making today, and what are we going to need for our craft along today?
So I'll show you the list of our, we call it the ingredients list, as to what you'll need to create this project. So you'll need your get my teeth in, with Sympathy stamps. You'll need your tri-blend markers, noir black alcohol proof ink pad, your oval nesting dies, heritage floral special finish pad, your Flamazing Flamingos linen cardstock, and some white cardstock as well. And then you're also going to need your Gemini 2 die cutting machine, guillotine, Scoremaster scoreboard, stencil and stamp platform, scissors, pokey tool, all-purpose and tacky glues, your red liner tape, your low-tack tape, and your foam pads as well. And that's everything you'll need to get creating this project.
Absolutely. Now, I just want to quickly remind you as well, Debbie Robinson mentioned this yesterday, that the With Sympathy stamps are now back in stock. They did sell out, but the demand for them was so much that we've got them back in stock for you today. And, you know, they are for the cards or for the sentiments, which are just sometimes not the easiest thing to say. And what you need is that really simple sentiment that just says, with sympathy. Although, you know, it's not an easy conversation. It's not always the nicest cards to make, but sometimes the most impactful and the most, what's the word I want to use? The most appreciated in those difficult times. Some great sentiments, some great quotes, all available for you. And I know he's been a really keen seller. As well, touching up on the religious aspects of funerals as well, with those crosses and that wonderful dove as well. As well, the flocked papers are back in stock as well. Now, if you're not sure what flocked papers are, Lily, flocked papers, correct me if I'm wrong, are papers that are flocked, right?
I think you might be right there, you know.
Right. Yeah, we are.
You're learning.
Yeah, so of course you can see it's there. It's got a wonderful velvet on this one. So the blue part is all velveted. And then we have that one there, the green's all velveted as well. There are some with, there's a bit of glitter in that, and the grey there, you can see the glitter. And you can see the one behind it has got that wonderful UV spot on there as well. So you can see little shines that you've got on the UV. So these were out of stock. They are back in website. There's a great bundle on the website at the moment with the flock papers and with the Sympathy stamps. But listen, I've got a feeling, Debbie said this yesterday, once they've gone, I don't know if they'll come back. Because it's very rare if something sells out and we remake it. The demand for these was so much. So if you want to get these, I wouldn't be sitting around there. Remember, that Easter 10 discount code is also available. Try that on these, you'll probably be surprised. I'm probably getting an extra 10% off plus your Club Inspire Platinum discount, or whatever your discount code is within Club Inspire. I think the price of them, off the top of my head, is £24.34. So you're getting a great saving for you. Off the top of your head.
Off the top of your card, I think you mean. Oh, off the top of my head. Let me just read this out. It's all coming from up there, not down there.
I don't like what you've become this weekend.
Oh, no.
You've been wasting... You didn't answer my calls when the water was leaking in the house this morning. The crafter's house is on a flood, ladies and gentlemen. I was there, it was biblical, it was coming through the light fitting this morning. I thought, yeah, it was Jamie. And who am I supposed to ring in these situations? Johnny or Lily? Johnny, on holidays, only just replied 2 minutes before the show. Lily...
Well, I'll tell you, I was walking into the office, and as soon as I checked my phone when I got into the office, I had missed calls from you, I had videos from George, photos from George, I had messages from Ben. They were all messaging me. So we've still not managed to sort it because, unfortunately, everybody's off with it being Easter weekend. So if the house is flooded, if the house gets washed away, we know who to blame.
I turned the water off, I've turned the power off. Only the power off of the electrics. Or if you live in Newton Aycliffe and you're a plumber, listen, we love you a lot for that. Right, Lily, we haven't got long on this show today. We've only got an hour and we've already been talking for 5 minutes. 6 minutes. So, Lily, let's get started.
Absolutely, let's do it. So we're going to start off by creating our card base. So we're going to take some of our white multi-purpose card. I'm using the Scoremaster scoreboard. You can use any sort of scoreboard. If you've got your big score, that'll work a treat as well. But you don't need one of the larger scoreboards for this particular card. And all we're going to do is we're going to take our A4 piece of card. I'm going to score it at 5.5. I am using the little scoring tool that actually comes with the guillotine, because I couldn't find the other one, quite frankly. And I do like using this one. It does give quite a nice score. So we just score down at 5.5, and then we're just going to fold that over and just give that a nice burnish using the end of our scoring tool, just like so. Then we'll move that out of the way, and we'll bring in our guillotine. I have got another of these tools here. I never usually find these tools, and I've got two. What's happening? Crazy. It must be our Easter treat here in the studio, having two of these tools.
Have you brought any hot cross buns or anything, or...?
I've not. Oh, Debbie was going to bring some.
I'm at work this weekend. That hot chocolate, hot cross buns.
Well, I might have to go to the shops afterwards and buy some. That doesn't benefit you, does it? I do apologise.
You're not going to... I wonder if the shop next door in Granny's has got any.
Oh, they sell everything. They're shut at 1, I think, on a Saturday, though. So, no hot cross buns for us.
Great. Yeah, Nicola went to Greg's this morning and didn't get any hot cross buns.
Do Greg's do hot cross buns?
Oh, I'm just going to believe you.
Oh, dear.
So what measurements you need these papers here, Lily?
So, I've just realised, you know what I've done? I've not pulled my arm out properly. What a silly Billy. It's all going well already, so instead of cutting it to 8 inches, I've cut it to 7, so rewind. We're going to have to rescore our card blank. Oh, dear.
Again,
it's all going well.
And a week off.
I know, I don't
know. Do you want me to come over there and support? Are you all right?
I'm all right. I'll need you to make it Saturday, but don't worry, I've got some colouring lined up for you in a little while. Don't you worry. So, same again, we're going to score at 5.5. All we're doing really is just recapping the measurements in case anyone forgot.
Yeah.
So I was doing it for you guys at home, not because I didn't pull the lever out of the guillotine, right? Right, there we are, 5.5. Let's get it right.
Are you sure?
Time looking. I think I am. So then we just need to cut that back section there down to 5.5.
6, yeah.
Definitely 5.5. It's got to be 5.5, surely. There we are. And then the other side, instead of cutting it at 7 like I've just done, definitely our arm is the full way out and we need to cut it down at 8. So we're just cutting about 1/4 inch off that top section there, which creates our card base, which is going to be 5.5 by 8, hopefully, definitely. There we go, there's our card base. Then we'll bring in our lovely pattern papers, so our flock pattern papers. I'm going to cut this one down to 5 inches by 7.5. So just find our 7.5 there. There we go. So 5 by 7.5, and that will fit nicely onto our card base. I think we're back on track. Thank goodness for that. After a rocky start. And then for our next one up, we're just going to cut it to 1/8 of an inch larger. So we're going to find our 5 inches, which we've just cut our pattern piece down to. And like I always say, every single box on here is 1/4 of an inch. So for 1/8 of an inch, we just need half a box. So 5 plus half a box. And then with our 7.5, we'll find our 7.5 once again. And then we'll just move half a box on. And then that's going to give us our slightly larger piece of pink, just like so. There we go. And then we'll go onto our card base. So we'll start to do our matting and layering. So we'll move our guillotine to one side and we'll bring in our tape pen. Now, because at this point we're sticking on the reverse of that flocked paper, so we're not actually sticking onto the texture. So you can just use a regular adhesive. Your all-purpose would work, your double-sided tape, or just using our tape pen here just to speed things along a little bit after my first little mishap. Can't believe I did that.
I'll not hold it against you.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm sure you won't. I mean, Craig won't do that, would he? Ever the professional.
Craig is a professional.
He
and
is.
so are you, Lily.
Well,
Well,
debatable, eh?
you turn up, so.
Oh dear, right, that's going to go onto the centre of our card base. Completely up to you in terms of whether you want to bring in a 3D adhesive onto the back of there to raise that up, but for this instance we're just going to stick that flat onto our card base just like so. And then it's going to be time to start to bring together our dome section. So bring in some more of our white card. We're going to start off by cutting out that panel that's going to be the part that we actually stamp our image onto. So for this one we're going to cut this to 4 by 6 1/4. So we'll find 4 and then we'll cut down at 6 1/4, just like so. And that's going to be the piece that we stamp our cross design onto. And then for the actual dome part itself, we're going to cut this down to 6 1/4 by 5 1/4. So
Lovely.
fine, 6 1/4 by 5 1/4, just like so. Then all we need to do with this one is we need to score it from the left and the right hand side. So can you see there? It's going to go that way onto the card base. And all we're going to do is we'll move that out of the way, bring back in our scoreboard, and we're going to score, if I can find my scoring tool, there it is hiding. I'm going to score 1/2 inch from the left and then 1/2 inch from the right.
Amazing.
Just score onto there and then just flip it round and score on the other side at 1/2 inch. And then we'll move that out the way. And then when we start to bring in this other piece, we'll just reinforce those score lines there onto that piece of folded cardstock. And that's just going to, if we just give that a little bit of a bend just to start to train the fibres within that cardstock, that's going to wrap around. We just insert that piece into there. You can see it's going to wrap around there with a nice little bit of a dome to it, just like so. But then we'll bring in our mats and layers for this extra piece here. So we'll move that out of the way. We'll bring back in our guillotine. So we're going to cut our mats and layers here to, so we'll bring in our piece of pink first. We're going to go 1/8 of an inch smaller. This is going to be 1/2 box over 6 by 1/2 box over 4. So let's bring in our pink card. And this is a card that we're using from that flamingo collection, if you've got that in your stash.
It's all about the birds this week, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Flamingos, peacocks, whatever
doves,
next. Doves.
Pigeons.
Well, I'm not sure we've done a pigeon collection.
We need a pigeon collection.
Do we?
Yeah.
I don't like pigeons, I have to say.
Well, pigeons don't like you, but you know, you don't hear them complain.
Well,
You know what I mean?
well, I suppose that's true. Well, put the idea forward.
I think a pigeon collection is what's needed.
Well, it would definitely be a bit different. Right, what about a seagull collection? I know you're not too much of a fan of seagulls.
Oh, I like seagulls, just that one in
They
Sweden.
don't like you. That naughty Swedish seagull.
A Swedish seagull. Sounds like something from Eurovision. Please
know-
welcome the Swedish seagull.
Could be their entry for this year.
I've got a good peacock impression.
Well, I don't know what peacock sounds. Oh dear. Is that? I didn't realise they they were quite noisy animals.
Yeah.
There you go.
Can't shut them up talking.
Lovely.
Now, if you had a bit more time on this, you wouldn't be wasting all that card behind there, would you, Lily?
Well, we are going to cut that out in a second, actually. So we'll just stick that together and then we'll bring in our nesting dies. Now, I'm using the oval nesting dies, so the ones that we launched last October, I think it was. And if we count in from the outside, it's the ones we're going to be using are 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So if you count in, it's the biggest as number 1, it's going to be ovals number 4 and 5 for this particular card.
Stephen asks on Facebook, does it matter if the card was slightly shorter to the actual size?
Which, do we mean this piece?
Which bit do you mean, Stephen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you want to make your own size, there's nothing...
Yeah. Yeah, of course you can. Absolutely, yeah. If you want to make it like a square or landscape portrait, up to you, yeah, absolutely, you can do that. Definitely. Right, so there was my wrong card base. We'll move that out of the way so I'm not going to get confused. And then we're just going to die cut. So what we're going to do is, because we've already stuck 2 pieces of card together, that will be all right to cut with one of our nesting dies, but 3 layers will be pushing it a little bit. So we're going to cut these 2 first and then we'll cut that one afterwards.
Before we do that, Lily, for the benefit of everybody else, could you just recap the measurements, pretty please, of our card stock, if that's okay?
Right, so we'll start off with our card base. So our card base is measuring 8 inches by 5.5. That pattern piece there that we've cut out, that's measuring 5 inches by 7.5, and then that pink is just an 1/8 of an inch larger than your patterned. And then with the piece that we're going to stamp onto in a little bit, we've cut that one down to 4 inches by 6.25, and then for the piece that we've scored, we've cut that down to 6.25 by 5.25, and we've scored at half from the left and half from the right. Hopefully that helps.
Thank you.
Thank you, you're very welcome. Any more questions though, guys, let us know. So we're just going to take the smallest of the 2 ovals that we've chosen here. You could use any nesting die you've got in your collection, whether you've got circles, they would work. If you've got any nice rectangles or sort of nested fancy label type shapes, you can use those as well. But just going in with our ovals, taping that onto there, trying to make sure we're taping on the inside, which is going to be our waist, rather than on the outside, just in case it does rip as it goes through that die cutting machine. And then we're going to run that through our Gemini. You could, of course, use these with your Gemini Midi or your Gemini Junior, but we're going through with our Gemini 2. And we'll just run that through there, and that's going to die cut the aperture into our mats and layers. And then we'll just have to die cut a corresponding aperture into that main folded and scored piece. So just take a few moments just to ease back gently that tape so it doesn't tear your cardstock. And that's going to give you that lovely die cut aperture into the centre. Then what we're going to do, rather than trying to line up these 2 apertures perfectly and using that same nesting die, because you would have to position that on the back of there and make sure it's absolutely perfectly aligned so you've not got any of that white showing. What I tend to do instead is actually use the next die up so it's ever so slightly larger, which gives you a little bit of wiggle room so you don't have to position it absolutely perfectly in the centre and get those perfectly lined up. So going in with that 1 larger nesting die, and then we can put that in the centre, but it doesn't have to be absolutely exact in terms of lining up with that one. If you see, if I place that over the top, you can't see that die at all, so it's going to be perfectly lined up, and then that's just going to be ran through our die cutting machine. But that extra piece that we've just die cut out of the middle of that piece there, of course you can use that for another project, and because I tried not to put too much adhesive in the centre, you can actually separate those and use those both separately, so you've got a sort of a twofer from the middle of there.
Lovely.
So nothing's going to waste at all, which we definitely like. So we've got our aperture die cut into this piece now, and if I bring in that other aperture, you can see what I mean about die cutting your white one ever so slightly larger. It means that none of that white border is showing around the edge of that aperture there, so it's lining up perfectly.
Great.
So we just take the tape off our oval there, which we can definitely reuse at a later date. And then we're going to bring back in these 2 dies. We're going to cut them both together now with another piece, just an offcut that we've got of our pink card. So we're just going to pop those 2 together, lining up that slightly larger one with a smaller one into the centre. Just make sure there's even spacing between the 2. And then once we're happy with that, we'll bring back in our low tack tape, take them both together and take them to the cardstock so they don't move as they go through that die cutting machine. And then we'll run that back through, and that's going to give us that lovely thin border, that thin frame that we can use on the inside of our aperture. So that's just going to go through. Coming together. We've still got all the colouring left to do, but
Can't wait.
I've got a helper. So,
how many Easter eggs are you getting?
I've got 2 already, but I'm going to the shops after work, so I might get myself another one. How about you? Have you got many?
Got none.
You've got any? You've not got any?
Well, I had one the other day.
Oh, so you had one, past
I had
tense.
one, I ate it. Num, 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 num. Fruit and nut.
Fruit and nut. I'm surprised it wasn't Whisper. You love a Whisper.
I love a Whisper. There were no Whispers in the vending machine this week.
Have they gone? I have to say that vending machine is not the best.
It's not good enough.
Oh, well, sad times. Oh, well. Right.
So you didn't get me an Easter egg, is what you're saying?
Yep.
So you not brought hot cross buns? You've not brought me an Easter egg?
You also did not buy me an Easter egg, and you also did not bring me...
How do you know? How do you know I've not brought me an Easter egg?
Well...
How do you know there's not...
Is it an invisible one?
I've hidden it. Yeah.
Oh, you've hidden it. Oh, do we have to do an egg hunt, an Easter egg hunt?
Yeah, you've got to find it.
Okay. Just finding it involved going down to local Tesco's.
Yeah, if you find it in Tesco and give them the money behind the till, they'll
finally give it to me. Oh, that's very generous.
They'll give you the egg.
Very generous indeed. Is it? What's going off here?
There you are.
Oh!
Is it leg for you?
Can I eat it?
If you want.
Thank you. It's what I've always wanted. Yes, it's lovely.
That's the egg.
Yeah, there it is. Where's hot cross bun then?
You want my lovely?
Where's hot cross bun?
Yeah. It's Debbie Robinson that orders hot cross buns.
Oh.
She teased us.
Oh, I do like an hot cross
She
bun.
didn't go to Greg's. Because you know what Debbie Robinson's like? It's like a tornado.
What do I like? Awesome. I do like a good carrot, thank you.
Yeah, Merry
They look
Christmas.
very shiny.
They're being polished.
Being polishing
they're
these.
clean carrots.
Clean carrots, well, thank you. I've got, they're very lightweight, these carrots.
Well,
Get quite the collection here.
I was going to start bringing like a chair over or something, but...
And all I want is a hot cross bun, but I've got 2 carrots instead. And a crocheted egg, yeah, don't forget the egg.
Any rabbit ears?
No, I'm all right, I'll pass
I
on
looked good
that
in my
one.
rabbit ears yesterday.
I know, I saw, they suited you.
Brought out my eyes.
Are you going to wear them for Make It Saturday?
Well, no, it's not an East. If you wear the pair.
Okay,
Oh,
it's a deal.
yeah, but they hurt my head.
Oh,
I've got a
poor
big head.
little lamb.
It's full of wisdom.
Wow.
Okay, great.
what-
Well, that was awkward. Cool.
Your infinite wisdom. Just waiting to break out. Oh,
I look good.
why is one of the ears so much longer than the
Because he's
other?
listening.
Oh,
Listening rabbit.
okay, well,
So what are you doing there, apart from fiddling with that?
just giving it a shape.
Oh, right, okay.
So that when we start to bring it together, just to sort of train the fibres of the cardstock, just to make sure that you're not going to sort of potentially crease that cardstock just by giving it a little bit of shape using your hands. What you can do is you can use something like a pokey tool, just something that's round or cylindrical, just to start to train those fibres.
You keep saying train the fibres. I've got like you out on the field with a bunch of fibres doing press-ups.
Come on, fibres!
What do you mean
10
train?
more press-ups!
What do you mean train the fibres?
Just to, because obviously, when it first comes out the
Don't
pack...
sigh. Oh, I've got to explain it.
That was
I don't know
awful,
these
wasn't
things.
it? That was absolutely awful. I do apologise. Oh,
I've got to explain it to you, George.
dear. Right. So when it first comes out the packet, obviously it's flat like that, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's a bit unnatural for it to suddenly then be in a dome shape. So you're having to get the fibres almost a bit like muscle memory, if you like.
Right.
They're getting used to being in that sort of arrangement. Training the fibres. They're going
And how
to
do you train, like, because the fibres
you
are like
take them out in the field,
Yeah.
you blow a whistle at them, you tell them to do star jumps on the spot, you get them running up and down, they're trained. Or you just give it a bend like that.
I don't like that. I'm going to HR about you, Lily,
Wow.
this rate.
Well, you might be with Craig next weekend then in that case.
No. Oh, fine, I'm not going to HR.
Okie doke. Well.
Stephen says he's going to bring you a Easter egg for next year.
Oh!
I'll get you an Easter egg and send it special delivery to make sure you get it.
Is that for me or you?
I think for you, Lily. He says,
Oh.
don't worry, Lily.
Well, I have 2 already and you don't have any, so thank
Aye.
you, Stephen. We appreciate it. Just as long as it's not a crocheted egg, I'll be all right.
Great. So I've brought you gifts.
I do apologise. I am very grateful, really.
Yeah, whatever.
I
So
am.
what ink are you using? Let's go back to this. What ink are you
Right.
using?
So because we're going to colour
I
with
wanna
our
colour.
we're going to colour with our tri-blends, which are alcohol-based. We need an alcohol-proof ink pad. So we're just going to give that a nice cover of ink. My ink pad is ever slightly dry, so we might have to stamp a couple of times. But that's the beauty of using your stamp platform. You can stamp as many times as you need. So just using that beautiful cross stamp within the collection. Doesn't just have to be Sympathy, this one. It could be a baptism, a Holy Communion, anything like that at all. It's just a beautiful image. So we'll just go back over with our ink pad, just get a second coat of ink over there to make sure it's nice and crisp.
And
There we
which
go.
ink are you using, Lily?
So once again, we are using our alcohol-proof ink pad, which is
Great.
our noir black one, which is going to give us that lovely crisp stamped impression. So there's our cross good to go. Don't worry, I've got another one for you to colour, George. It's hiding. There we go. I've got a couple of those. And then we'll bring in, trying to find some scraps of cardstock. Let's use the back of this oval here. And we'll bring in that lovely dove stamp. and then we'll just pop that into the centre. Not worrying about the placement of that too much because we are going to fussy cut it out in just a few moments' time once it's coloured.
Brilliant.
So we'll just stamp that out. So once again, we'll use our alcohol-proof ink pad, just as we're going to colour with an alcohol marker. Alcohol.
Have you been on the alcohol?
On the alcohol. Dear, oh dear. All right, there we go. Let's stamp that out just like so. Giving that a nice press over there. And just missing a little bit on his wing there, so we'll just re-ink his wing and go back in just like so.
Are you winging it?
Yeah, it seems like it, doesn't it? Not very effectively either.
Where's the sound effects? Where's the band gone?
The band, oh, they only come in on a Friday night.
No, they don't come on a Friday.
Yeah, they don't come in on a Saturday.
No.
It's a shame, really, but hey-ho. And I don't know who's used this stamp and what they've used on it, but my goodness me, why it's bright blue, I'm not quite sure.
Put it on their desk. I've heard about this.
Have you heard about this?
So someone put usually, but it's your own fault because you used
It is
dye.
my own fault, yeah.
And you didn't clean it out, did you?
Yeah, I didn't. Do you know what? It was when we did that craft along, you know, when we made the bezel?
Yeah, bezel.
It was that card.
Right.
So I hadn't cleaned the dye out, and I'd forgot to do it afterwards, and I'd put the dye back in the packet, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I came into work one morning, and there was that card on my desk. There was the dirty dye and a post-it note with a little smiley face on it. So yeah, I did clean out the dye after that, I do promise, but won't be doing that again.
Debbie Robinson. Yeah, she felt very bad for you.
I felt very bad for myself.
Is that where Michael Jackson got the inspiration for the song for? Dirty dye.
Oh.
Pat on Facebook with
Maybe
Lily
it was.
What? These are good jokes. Pat on Facebook with Lily using the alcohol tri-blends. Is she using the alcohol paper or the all-purpose white?
In all honesty, I am using the all-purpose, just because it is a little bit thicker. With it being 300 GSM, it's a little bit stronger than your alcohol cardstock, just because I wanted it, because obviously we're wrapping that piece behind there, I wanted it to have a little bit more strength, which is why I'm using the multi-purpose, but you can use any cardstock that you choose. Hopefully that helps. Right, that's all our stamping done. I think we'll go for a quick break, just give you guys at home a little chance to catch up, and George over there needs to choose his pen colours, so we'll be back for some colouring. He can't wait.
Can't wait indeed. I tell you what I can't wait for is Tuesday, because the fantastic Dreamies are back in the studio. The wonderful Hayley is going to be joining us. Now, if you don't know who Dreamies are, they are geniuses. They create some amazing crafting goodies with MDF. If you've not met Dreamies before, all I'm saying is make sure you're here for Wake Up Call on Tuesday, because the minute those products are launched, they will sell out. I guarantee there'll be limited stocks throughout the day. So if you want Dreamies, make sure you tune in nice and early. But here is Hayley to tell you more.
Hello everybody, it's Hayley here from Dreamies, and I just wanted to let you know that we'll be back on Crafters TV with some of my absolute favourite products that I can't wait to bring you, and I'd love it if you could join us on the 22nd of April.
This is Kathy Green from Mechanicsburg. I just wanted to stop in and say that I love all your innovative products, and the demonstrators are like amazing with all their inspiration. And of course there's Ben, who's multi-talented and loves Mechanicsburg. So thank you, CC, for all you do.
Pokey tools and paper pads, gilding, wax and stamping mats, scissors, glitter, builder blocks, faux snow fabric, rocker blocks, Bria's misters, quilting clips, and die brush tools, precision snips, finger daubers, acetates, stencils, glue guns, and templates. Gemini Pro, Julia and the OG, Gemini Go, Mini and the MIDI, tri-blend brush pens, aqua pens and aqua blends, illustrators, classics and tri-blends, and color blends, and glitter pens, and sparkle pens, outliner pens. Fine tip glue applicators, envelope box creators, stamping platforms, box of books, a big score and scoreboard. Nina card and craft card, glitter card, matte black card, graphics, wadding and adhesive sheets, glass mats, guillotines and pen trays, ball tool, dice stamps, ink trays, mitre tools and binding tools and tote bags, USBs, bone folders and punches, low tuck tape, pin brushes, stamens, mountboard, flower forming foam. Outline markers, DVDs, spell quick writing pads and CDs, gilding flakes and washi tape, tacky glue, red liner tape, craft and press sparkle pots, Centura pearl and sticky dots, pigment ink pads, chunky glue, body bags, all-purpose glue, embossing folders, blending tools, storage folders, much more too. Water reactive ink pads, body bags, craft magnets, year of craft and glue, stick and spray and stick away, dotty tape and split pens, acrylic paint pens, tape pens, watercolor card, rotary cutters, magazines and stamping card, ultimate Pro and the rotating design board, ultimate first compendium, Sarah signature collections, and don't forget discovery kits. Oh, and there's foam pads, think that's it. One final thing, foam on a roll. Foam on a roll.
Hey guys, well, I'm on the road this weekend for Crafters Companion, but I am really looking forwards to being back in the Crafters TV studio come Monday for a full week of lots of fun and of course lots of education featuring new launches. We have got weekday wonders, we have got pick of the weeks, we have got global clearances, we've got craft togethers, we've got launch parties, we've got so much coming your way next week. It's going to be fab. I cannot wait to show you what I've got planned for the new, and I'm also looking forward to showing you what I've got planned with the older collections. So please come along Easter Monday and all week on Crafters TV with myself and Ben and you, of course, for lots of fun. We'll see you then.
Yes, welcome back to your Craft Along here on Crafters TV. My name's George Akid. Happy Saturday, happy Easter if you are celebrating. Don't forget, Make It Saturday coming your way at 2 p.m. here in the UK, 9 a.m. over on the East Coast. And there's a little Easter treat. Easter 10 is the discount code you want this weekend. Until the 21st of April, you can use it multiple times, and it is site-wide. Standard T's and C's apply. All we keep saying about the Easter 10 discount code is try it out. Just try it, and you'll be very surprised, especially for new launchers, if you want to gracefully plume it. Who knows what could happen? Right, Lily, we are halfway. Lily does not care. Look at her face. We are halfway through your Craft Along. What we're doing now?
We are going to do some colouring. He's got his pens, he's got his stamped image, he's good to go. Yay! He's like a child when you take him out to a restaurant, you give him a colouring book and some wax crayons.
Debbie, listen, people aren't happy that you tried to do this with me. Right, I'm using, what colours are you using, Debbie? Yeah, Lily?
Debbie?
You could be, all right.
I called you Ben, but that was about a month ago. I've not done it since, yet.
Yeah.
So we'll start off with the cross. So, yeah, I think you've got a brown pen over there.
I've only got one. Why have you got two brown pens?
Because I chose two.
So,
what pen have you got?
Tan shades.
Tan shades, so you need tan blend.
Tan blend.
Tan blend, right. So, we'll start off with the blend one
Can I use Earth Brown blend?
Is there an earth brown shades there as well?
No.
No. Talk amongst yourselves. So you need like the blends and the shades. So
where are all the pens? Who's got all the pens?
Probably Craig. He's probably taken them down to Hobby Maker.
Can I use the classiques?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
But you'll need more than two.
I've got tan, TN6.
Go on.
And TN7.
Yeah.
And
then
TN5.
TN8.
I'm going to take all the TNs.
Right. Oh, blimey. He's just going to use all the classiques. Right. So whatever you've chosen, whether you've got your classiques, your tri-blends, start off with the lightest one for your brush. That'll be whatever's the lowest number.
I don't need 8 and 9 because they're already... I still think this system still fascinates me.
Right.
Like, you can buy all the individual pens if you want.
Yeah.
But the tri-blends are the best, I think, value for money.
Yeah.
Because you get the mixed shade. You don't need all the individual shades.
Yeah, because you've got them all in one.
Because what else have I got?
So what colours have you got?
I've got two TNs and 8s and 9s. I've got 7.
Oh my.
6, and I've got 6. So basically, all I've done is get This is what I mean, right? So let me just... them 3 pens
Yeah.
is the same as that.
Yeah.
Fascinates me.
Clever,
Storage
innit?
solutions all the time. So in theory, I've grabbed 5 pens, but I've only got 2 extra colours.
Yeah.
That was a waste of everyone's time. Right, what are you doing first?
Right, so find your lightest one, which will be the lowest number.
TM5.
TN5, right. And then we're just starting to colour in our cross. So I'm going to have it so it's going to be darker at the... Yes, Jamie, stop heckling me again. I know he can't tell the time, but I've already given George his piece of cardstock underneath. He's fine. We're all right. Oh, he's looking after the desk. Fair enough. So we're starting off with our lightest colour tone, and that's going to be more in the centre. We're going to have it a little bit darker towards the edges. So start off with your lightest, and then all we do, as per usual, we'll just work up those colour tones. So going from lightest, and then your mediums all the way up to dark. Are you getting the hang of it? Have you got the right nib?
Line.
Oh, it's not going to be a leaking one again, is
Yeah,
it?
it's a leaky cross.
Oh no. Oh dear. You should be fine with the classic. You're not using the chisel nib, are you?
No, I'm using the bullet tip.
I was going to say. Okay, well, don't worry, we've got a little hack at the end that will help. So,
am I doing the shading
yeah.
underneath?
So I'm having it, for mine it's going to be a little bit darker at the bottom and then at the side.
No, but the bit that's a bit 3D on the right-hand side, the bottom
Yeah.
bit.
Oh, yeah.
What colour do I do that in?
Do it in your darker ones.
Right, I won't do that with this one then.
Oh, dear.
These are genuine questions.
The concentration over there. Yeah, you can always, it doesn't matter if you put too much lighter colour down, because some people will fill out the whole area with the lightest colour.
Colour me flower brown by accident.
Oh dear, it might just be a bit past its best. Nothing wrong with a brown flower.
Maybe they just need changing.
Yeah, the warm weather that we've not had.
Okay. It's been mild. It's a bank holiday in the UK. Of course, the weather's rubbish.
Well, yeah. With the rain yesterday.
I know.
Probably nice weather today when we're in here.
Right, here we go. Right.
Oh no, I've gone outside the lines now. Look at that! Oh dear.
Don't worry, I've got...
Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, we've got our little tip at the end, so we should be all right, hopefully.
Where are you colouring to?
What's your question?
I was just making sure what colour Lily's going... Okay, that's... Oh, blinking heck. Right.
And now I'm going to switch out to my... Oh!
There's 2 nibs.
Yes! That's why I asked you what nib you're using.
I'm just excited. What's that? TN7. Speak for yourself. Right, Tia.
So I'm
TN6? TN6.
TN6, right. That's your next one up, isn't it? So you've done your TN5s.
Yeah.
Yep, so then your TN6 is your next one. So because they're quite close in shade, they should blend quite nicely. So I'm already on to my earth brown shades.
Okay, good for you.
Yeah, I know, get me, eh? So those, when in terms of blending your shades with your tri-blends, your blends are the lighter colour tones and then your shades are your darker colour tones. So this is just going to allow us to get all that depth and dimension. Just got to work out towards the bottom there which parts are the cross and which parts are the leaves. Doesn't matter too much though if you end up colouring a leaf brown or a flower brown or whatnot. Just,
Have you ever seen any brown flowers?
Yeah, when they're dead. When they're wilted.
Great, that's what you want for a sympathy card.
Not exactly.
Dead flowers.
Oh dear. Well, we can always go over it. It'll be all right. When there's a will, there's a way, eh? So just going, because that's quite a stark contrast there, I'm just going to go back down to the colour, sort of next colour down if you like. So just go in. And I'm flicking these to try and get that sort of texture of wood. So rather than it being super smooth and blended, we want more of that texture to it.
A grainy effect.
Yeah, that's the one. I want to know how yours is getting on.
Rubbish.
We're already seeing it.
Oh, I'm doing shocking.
Oh no.
It's the lines, Lily. Oh, just...
Well, I'll tell you what it was. You had a week off crafting last week.
I did some crafting last week.
Well, you peeled some of the backs off foam pads.
Yeah, and that's hard,
Beautifully.
that. That's not easy.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, you're out of practice of your colouring. You're not done any colouring for a couple of weeks, so...
I've gone up a few shades, yeah.
You'll get back into it. You'll be fine.
Ooh, I was very nervous.
It's all right. We're doing mine, so we don't have to stick yours onto the finish card. Oh, I can see yours on the preview. It's looking all right. That looks good to me. I was expecting all sorts. Oh! Got me excited there. It looks all right apart from that little line there.
Well, don't look at the little line then.
Oh, I mean, when you flip back to mine there, it was seamless. You wouldn't tell the difference. Yeah. Don't be so hard on yourself.
It's just life.
Oh.
Got bills to pay.
Oh, dear.
9.
What colour are you still on your TN6?
I'm on TN9 now.
TN9? Oh my
I'm having a
God.
5-pen blend.
Well, I've done a 6-pen blend.
I've got a TN10 somewhere.
TN10, wow.
That's that.
Nearly there with the brown, and then we'll move on to, what colour should we do next? Should we do the green?
Why
now?
does yours look more blended than my blend?
Let's have a look, because I went, if you find that there's a bit of a sort of a stark difference between them, go back to the lightest colour. Not the lightest of the lighter, the sort of lighter one of the two.
7, yeah.
And just go over the blend, just where the join is.
That join there.
Yeah. And it will look better as the alcohol starts to evaporate and it starts to dry. It will look better. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, just...
Oh, hello.
Am I
Hello.
going bold? I'm not going bold. That's what I like to check out. Okay, thanks, mate. Trudy says...
You
it
say
looks...
that like he's really old, like in his 70s or something. Good head of hair.
Thanks. Yeah, men, it goes... I think it goes in your granddad and your mum's... Your dad's mum.
Mm.
Yeah. Oh, I want a bit more on that one.
Right, I'm going in with my light green blend now onto the
TM5.
onto the leaves. Well, I'm sure people would like to recreate what you're making there, George.
I would mess...
So they need
Right,
to know.
what are we doing now, Lily? Plants?
Leaves. We'll
Leaves.
start off with the leaves and then we'll do the flowers after, I think.
Lightest one.
Lightest one. What pen have you got?
I've got the jade green shades.
Jade green. So yours is going to be a bit different to mine.
Yes, because there weren't many greens on the shelves.
There wasn't. Well, there was one that I thought said light green. It said light yellow. So.
Yeah. And what you do, alternative leaves or all the leaves?
All the leaves.
Okay.
All the leaves.
Are
So
they
start
lilies?
off with
These
your
are
light-
lilies, Lily.
They are.
So why are we doing them in pinks?
Lilies are
Oh,
pink.
I've missed out bits of the cross.
Oh dear. Well, you can always add those in afterwards. Why not pink lilies? Some lilies are pinks. Yeah, you get all sorts of different colours of lilies. What colour would you have done them in?
White.
White. Well, you can still use white if you want to.
No, I've chosen my colour. I'll keep it.
Okie doke. If you're sure.
Yeah,
I
this
did give you
cross
the
looks a
choice
bit
of
mossy,
colours.
I'm not going to lie to you.
It looks quite
The
good.
planes are out today. The lads are flying.
Yeah.
When I say lads, I mean like the army, not like...
Just your mates flying
Right.
the planes, yeah.
Lads are out.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to do that a bit darker because it's going to annoy me if not. And that wants to be T8.
Right, so light green and then the second one coming in now.
A tree or a plant? No,
A
it's
tree?
grass.
I don't think there's any trees on there. We're having calls in our ear for a George craft along without me. Anybody else would like that? Let us know.
I don't think we'd be very quiet.
I'm not sure if we'd end up with a finished card at the end. I've missed off that leaf there. We might do.
Good morning, Erica.
Hello.
From Central Florida.
Oh, lovely.
Is that where Disney is?
I think so. I mean, I've never been, but
Oh no, I meant to be doing the lights bit.
yeah.
I've done this the wrong way around.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I've called a plant thinking it was a... monkeys.
You thought it was a monkey? Oh dear.
No, I thought the
Definitely
leaf was
monkeys
the...
on there.
I thought it was a leaf. It's a lily petal.
Oh. Well, don't worry too much as long as you just sort of continue along that theme. No one will know.
No, flower is perfect. That's very deep, Jamie, for a Saturday morning.
Yeah, no, bye for me.
That goes there. So, are you looking forward to making Saturday today?
I am. I'm slightly nervous about the goodie bag. But,
We've got a goodie bag together on the hoof crafting.
I know. I wonder what we'll create this time.
Maybe we create some storage.
Well, is that a clue as to what's in the goodie bag? Some
Maybe,
storage?
maybe.
I'm not quite sure what I can create with storage.
Maybe I've chosen the bag this week. Maybe I've gone into the warehouse and chosen some bits.
Oh,
It's all storage. It's a storage
All
damn joke, it's not.
gosh, can you imagine? What would we do?
I'd build a great fort.
Should we do that and make it Saturday, then we can build a fort?
Just build a pillar fort.
I'm not sure it'd be the most riveting view.
Do you know what? I'm not going to lie. I always go, how hard is it to colour and talk? Really blinking difficult.
Oh, practice, practice, practice.
There's certain people, I'm not mentioning any names,
Oh, no.
Sarah, when they're crafting and they go really quiet and you have to really think about it, you go, oh, what are you doing there, Sarah? I'm colouring, pet. Oh, right, that's that. So, like, I get what she means now.
That was uncanny, that impression there.
It's like she's in the
almost like
room.
she's in the room, yeah. I did think, hey, she's turned up. There's Sarah. Oh, no, it's only George.
It's only me.
Only you.
I go out on the weekends.
Well, it is a Saturday after all, even though I was all confused as to what day it was. It's definitely a Saturday.
What's that, Jamie? It looks really, mine looks really good, does
Yeah,
it?
I said George, yours looks wonderful. Here's what I heard anyway. Oh, it does look all right, actually. I mean, I can only see your head, but...
Looks good.
I
I'm
can
getting
tell it
there.
looks good. Looks good.
It's getting there. This is my pen that I'm using.
Tell us what it is. What's it called?
It's a Jade Green Shades.
There you go.
Oh.
Oh, there it is, yeah.
Autofocus. I like
Very
waving
nice.
at this camera. Hi.
Oh, that was terrifying. Oh dear. Right, so I'm going up to the Alpine Green blend now. I found that the light green and the Alpine Green blends work together quite nicely.
Okay.
So if you want a bit more depth to your light green blend, then go in with your Alpine Green just over those darkest areas. It'll start to add a little bit more depth to your colouring. Obviously yours is a bit darker already with it being your...
Yes, I've got a dark pen, but I'm not bothered.
I quite like using the jade green for leaves. I think it looks quite nice. A bit more dramatic.
14 minutes left on the shot. What? Oh my goodness.
I've still got a dove to colour, my God.
Louise is asking,
Hello, Louise.
alcohol pens, can you use them on any paper card? I'm new to crafting, I'm trying to learn. Yes, Louise is a new viewer, she's lovely, we're having fun with Louise. She wants to know, alcohol pens, can you use them on any paper card? I'm new to crafting, I'm trying to learn.
That is a great question, Louise, and hello and welcome. Lovely to have you with us. Alcohol pens are always going to work best on a super smooth cardstock, so we do have a specific alcohol marker card. I love the fact that we call it that, so it's super easy as to know which one to go for. I am actually using the multi-purpose now. It's still quite a smooth cardstock as it is, so it will work nicely with your alcohol markers, but for the best results, you do want to go for your alcohol marker card. The only exceptions when I don't use that, like I'm not using it for this, is when I need something a little bit thicker. So with this being as part of the construction of that dome, it needs to be a little bit thicker. With this being a 300 GSM, that it's that little bit more sturdy than our alcohol marker card. And then the only time that I use non-alcohol marker card for colouring with alcohol pens is if I'm using embossing folders, because I find with an alcohol marker card, because it is so super smooth, what can happen when you emboss it is it can crack a little bit more.
Yeah.
So if you use your multi-purpose card or regular white cardstock as this is, it's going to give you a better result with your embossing folders. But yeah, when you're using your stamps in general, your alcohol marker card is the best one to go for. It is super smooth, which is why it's good for your alcohol pens. A copy paper is just not going to give you the same results, and something rough like a watercolour card as well won't work as well. Hopefully that helps. Any
All
more
the
questions, let
answers.
us know. Well, just sometimes. Not all of them.
Thanks, Jamie.
Come on, let's have a look at George's. It does look good.
It's,
I'm impressed.
up close, it's very, I've gone really over the lines.
Well, let's not go up close then. The only thing is, with you haven't done your leaves at the top. Unless you want to do them all as petals with the one in the
We've got
centre.
more petals.
All as petals? Right. Let's start doing petals then. I'm going to go for the pale pink shades and the pale pink blend.
I've got the
Oh,
pink,
down a bit. There it is. Come on, focus. No,
Wrong way
back. Oh, this is... Oh!
forget it, it's pink violet blend.
Okay.
It's taking too long.
Just the rest of the show watching you show us the pen.
It's a great pen.
It's a lovely pen. It's
So
nice
the
colour.
Wolf of Wall Street. Sell me this pen.
You just did, but we couldn't see it, so... Oh well. Right, so I'm going for a pale pink, you're going for a more bold pink. But you can have lilies of any colour, so...
Even brown.
Even brown, yeah. Mind you, there's some brown bits on mine. I've gone over the lines terribly. I'll blame you.
You're blaming Nick?
Of course.
I thought you said blaming Nick.
Who else would I blame?
Not me.
No.
I've not done anything wrong.
I mean, I usually get blamed myself, as we know from the dirty dye
Dirty dye
gate. Yeah, poor old dirty dye. If there's anybody at home called Dye watching, I do apologise. We are definitely not talking about you.
It was about Princess Diana, wasn't it?
Sorry, say again.
It was about Princess Diana, that song, wasn't it? You all right there, James? You all right?
Talk about slamming the door. Blimey,
What's his
heck.
name?
It is quite windy out there, I have to say. It's not too nice. Actually, the summer's out a little bit earlier, so we can't complain too much.
Right, that's that. That's me petals.
Done your petals? They all done?
Oh no, I've done one.
Oh, you've done one, okay.
Karen's received her shipment of alcohol paper and can't wait to colour.
Woohoo!
I know how you feel, Karen. I know how you feel.
Right, so just to finish this off, I'm going to go in with my gold yellow blend just for the little bits. Are they pollen, the little stameny type things? I think they are pollen.
Sorry. A squeaky pen's good. Is that a good sound, Lil?
It's not a bad sound. It's just a sound.
Yeah, but does it mean I'm damaging it?
No, 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 no. Doesn't mean there's a mouse in the studio either, don't worry. I quite like that noise. I find it quite satisfying, but...
My lilies are lovely, aren't they, mate? I've got
Are they a
lovely
lovely lily? Oh, they are actually, yeah. Look at that. We like them.
Well, you know where I am.
Well, don't worry, we'll get you working in Make It Saturday as well. I won't be doing any of the demos, it'll all be you.
What, you think I should do a craft along? I take control of the bag? Well,
We can do if you want.
I just want to show Lily up, that's the issue.
Well, this is true. It would be very embarrassing. Right, so the saving grace, when we've got our leaky cross, or we've got our bits, we've gone our outside the lines, I've just grabbed an ice blue blend. I think George has got a true blue. You can use an ice grey or just a pale blue like we're using here, works nicely. And all we're going to do is we're just going to go all around the edge of our cross. And what that will help us do, where we've got those areas where we've gone outside the lines, we just hover over that area a little bit longer. What will happen is we'll push that colour through to the back side of our cardstock so that we won't see it on the front anymore. We've just got that lovely, almost like a halo of blue all around the edge. So we're all right, even if you've gone outside the lines like George has and I have. Doesn't matter at all. Just go around with your light colour and you'll save all of those little mishaps. Do you know what? I've been quite slow on this craft along today, George.
You want my lovely?
Get it done. I've been slow.
It's been a great show.
It's been fun. It's been fun. We like it when we get you colouring. I have to make sure for next week's craft along, not that I've planned it yet, that we'll get you colouring.
Why, it keeps me quiet, does it?
No, because you enjoy it. Well,
Dude,
I
I'm
hope
happy
you
to
do.
be out of the house, I tell you this.
You need to get you a pack of pens. Keep you quiet.
I do have feelings, guys.
Oh. Your pen is really squeaky today, isn't it?
Yeah, I like putting a lot of pressure on.
Well, just going around the edge. I've realised I've got to still colour my dove as well.
Have we got time to clean you? Can you do it in time?
Oh, I'll do my best.
Okay.
We'll see how we get on. Tell you what we might do. We might build the card first, just so I can make sure.
You do that, yeah.
So I can show you guys at home how to build the card, because I'm sure that's what you want to see, more so than me colouring a dove. And then if we have time, we'll colour our little dove at the end. Probably won't pop the sentiment on, but I mean, I'm sure you guys will know how to mat and layer that sentiment we've already stamped, so that shouldn't be too much of an issue.
And then the lightest blue or the darkest blue for you?
Lightest one.
Lightest.
Lightest one. Right, there we go. There's our cross all coloured up.
Sorry.
Blimey me, that's a sound and a half, isn't it? Lummy neck. And all we're going to do is we're just going to wrap that die cut piece around that piece we've just coloured. So grab our tape pen. Red liner tape works a treat for this. That's what I used when I was creating my finished card at home. But just for speed, we'll go in with our tape pen onto both of those tabs there. And then we're just going to line that up, so I find it a little bit easier to do this from the reverse. We'll just line that piece of card up against that score line there, and then just fold that closed, and then we'll do exactly the same with the other side there, just line up the edge of our cardstock with that score line, and then just fold that close, and that will give us that lovely dome shape to our card. Then that's just going to go onto the centre of our card base. Now, we did get a few questions a few weeks ago, actually, when we first launched these paper cards in terms of adhesives, what to use when you're actually sticking onto that flock texture. I find a tacky glue works quite nicely.
Right.
Tape pen, red liner tape. You want something that's a little bit stronger, so I wouldn't go for an all-purpose. I'd go for a tacky glue if you want to use a wet glue, and that will work nicely. So just pop that into the centre of our card base, just like so, and then we'll give that a nice burnish just to make sure that's adhered to that flock paper. And then we might have time to do our dove, so let's bring back in our dove. We'll bring in our piece of card tab underneath. He's coming over, ready for a comparison.
Mine's very blotchy, I will be honest.
It's good.
It's very blotchy.
It's good. Looks good to me. Yeah?
I've got the lines. I've got the lines.
It looks good to me. See, just imagine that in the centre. If we had a purple pattern paper, it would work nicely.
It would work lovely.
Good job. We
Thanks.
like that. We like
Thanks,
that.
team. Thanks, everybody.
Yes, you've done a good
Quaking your
job.
boots. See him on YouTube. Yeah, I'm here to cover. Good afternoon, everyone, from the UK in what used to be the Forest, when we had our famously bad sheriff. Nottingham?
Sheriff of Nottingham. Surely?
Yeah, gotta be.
Surely?
If not-
Let us know.
There's a problem.
Oh.
Sorry, it's fine. 5 minutes left on this show. Where has the day gone?
But we've still got one more show left.
Oh, yeah,
to do,
we've got
so I'm
one
not sure
more
about
show,
the
haven't
day, but the show. Yeah, guys, do tune in at 2. We do have another show coming up, we do promise. We're not going to sit outside in the non-existent sunshine. Don't you worry. Now, we're going to go in with our ice grey blend for this. Just when you're colouring something that's white, adding a little bit of a light grey just makes it look a little bit more realistic rather than just leaving it blank white. So we're just going with those light colour tones. I'm still leaving some of that cardstock uncoloured, but just adding a few little highlights there of our grey tone, and then we'll just work in that darkest colour tone. So where his front wing overlaps that back wing, it's going to be a little bit darker, where it's going to cast a shadow. And we're just going to bring in that darker colour tone just to start to bring this to life and make it look that little bit more 3D.
Yeah. Em's books are everywhere. I like the purple tone, George. You
know
are
what?
welcome.
I do.
Debbie Marhan, Lily, this is a beautiful card.
Thank you.
And great colouring, George. Thank
Woohoo!
you.
Shout out. We love it. It was good. Good job.
I can't believe where the first hour's gone.
I know, it has absolutely flown by. It's crazy.
Absolutely.
Really, really has.
How many Easter eggs are you going to get me in the break?
How am I going to get you any Easter eggs? I'm going to walk down to Tesco. That'll be the show by the time I've walked down to Tesco.
There's a Greggs. There's a petrol station.
They do Easter eggs in Greggs.
Lower your voice, right?
Do apologise. They do
It's
Easter
so
eggs.
high pitched.
It did it? Sorry about that.
There's a petrol station at the end of the road. There's a petrol station at the end of the road.
Oh, it'd be a fortune in there. Blooming heck, I'm not made of money.
Wow.
Might have to get you a cream egg from Granny's.
I love a cream egg.
That's about my budget.
I love a cream egg.
They are nice.
Oh, I've dropped a pen under the table.
Oh, no.
George, yours looks really good. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Robin. I've dropped a pen under the table. I've got it.
Oh,
Panic
don't
over
put your
pizza.
back out doing that.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
a lot
oh.
of things cracked. I'll do it in a bit. Don't forget, in making Saturday, we've got our goodie bag. Lily will be crafting on the hoof,
Not just me.
expertly
Oh, no.
assisted by myself.
Uh-huh,
so
Michael
it's a
Hammer's
goodie bag.
assistant.
Every Saturday, we bring you a brand new goodie bag, and Lily gets a few moments to look at that goodie bag and make something for you live on air. It's a hootenanny.
Chaotic, to say the least.
Yeah.
I'm hoping there's some good stuff in there, but we'll soon find out, won't
Well, we'll soon find out. Mediterranean, what? Arabic?
Arabian Nights?
Arabies, what?
Rabies, I hope that's not a collection.
I just wasn't say rabies in my ear. Oh, rabies. I thought you said rabies. I was like, what was that rabies in my ear for? Happy Saturday.
Oh dear. Well, we've nearly got it finished.
You've nearly got it finished, Lily.
It just needs its sentiment. Just imagine that's got a matten layer on it, and all we do with that is we give it a little bit of shape just to train those fibres. Yeah, there we are. Just to have that flowing along that curve of that oval there, and then finally our little dove from above going on to. There it is. You're good at your bird noises, you aren't you?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, we do have a demo coming up with graceful plumes this afternoon, so I hope to hear that peacock noise. But there you go.
There
There
is all the birds. There it is. And where's my cross?
I wonder if we can...
Look at
Uh-oh.
that. Don't forget, we have gone through this.
Look, there you go.
Hey.
It's better, that one.
It honestly makes it. Sorry, my shirt's untucked. I've just sort myself out. Right, don't forget, coming up for you in just under an hour's time, Sympathy and Lily are back with Make It Saturday. We've got more deals, more giveaways. And if you enjoy this craft along, there's loads of craft alongs like this on our recently cleaned up YouTube page. You can find loads and loads of craft alongs. Just take a cup of tea, sit down, relax, and get some great inspiration from us and the rest of us, like I'm one of the demonstrators, us and the team. We've got loads on there. Remember, if you want, you can pause this back, come back and watch it at any time. Remember, the sentiment stamps, with Sympathy sentiment stamps are back on stock, and also that flocked paper. It did sell out, so if you are wanting to get them, I wouldn't hold back. I've got a feeling that once they have gone for good. Don't like to be dramatic. Myself and Lily will be back with Make It Saturday. We'll see you back here. Prize giveaways, great goodies, loads of deals. Myself, Lily, Nicola and Jamie coming back up for you here in an hour's time. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.